If we're using producer-centered thinking, there's an excellent chance we're working like mad on processes, producing products that have wonderful capabilities for customers we have not differentiated, producing outcomes we've neither articulated nor measured. And that would be the future. Other than that, it's a great idea. However, if we used customer-centered thinking, we might start with the outcome in mind first, figure out who exactly are the end users, brokers, and fixers of specific products, what expectations do they have, and now create fast cycle processes so we can grow the business. And I think that's what this is all about, is celebrating the focus on customers. Now, just to show you what's possible, I thought I'd give you one little simple example. I know we have folks from all over the country here. Anybody here from Missouri? Okay, okay. Now, Missouri is known as what? The show me state. What does that convey? Skeptics, right? The show me. What is this state animal? The mule. Probably just a fluke that these two things would go together. Okay, a few years ago, I was doing work with the governor and his cabinet in Missouri, and they said they wanted to have this customer focus thing. And I said, well, you know something? When you change your license plates from the show me state to the watch me state, we can tell we've arrived. And so they took up the challenge, and I said, well, first thing we ought to do is let's articulate which departments we ought to work on. So we picked one. We picked several. One of them was Department of Revenue. Now, if you think about this, who's their competition? They don't have any competition, so why should they do this? Well, it was because of enlightened leadership, just like what you have in this room. A lot of enlightened folks in this room. We had one guy enlightened at the top of the Department of Revenue, and he said, I got 2 years left in the governor's term. I want to make significant impact. I would like to make it visible how good we can be to as many citizens as possible. I said, well, if we want to do that, if that's the outcome you want, then we got to figure out which product should we work on. And we looked at that, and we did a strategic plan. We came out with a short list. One of the products was refunds. They said, if people could get refunds quickly, that would be great. Well, that refund is dependent on another product that's called the booklet. Those things that you work on, usually around April 14th? That's the thing where it's in multiple pages. And the only problem with that is, well, there are two problems. One is that it doesn't make sense, and the other is it doesn't include the forms that you need. Well, we worked on that product. Make a long story short, we use this concept of entertainment, and we actually have cartoons in that booklet. We shortened the cycle time by changing the product. We went from 45 days to 9 days the first year. No automation. We went from 9 days to 4.5 days, year 2. No automation. We saved so much money, several million, that in the first 2 years we had enough money to buy a system. So today, how long does it take to do this today? 7 days. That's if you do it at the peak, including the mail. But if you do it electronically, it's in 2 days. Deposited to your account. Okay? So we know. Now, we haven't talked before about this, have we? No. But you know what the folks in Missouri did? They gave me my own personal license plate. Here's my name, and it says, the Watch Me State. Now, everybody else is still waiting for their license plate, but I got mine. And what I hope is that you guys will be celebrating making Raytheon the Watch Me company. Good luck. Thanks for having me.